Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy JDiesel. We are taking just a couple of seconds to help get things organized right here. Welcome to the next episode of Under the Radar. Tonight we have an absolutely fantastic guest. It is going to be Alukard NY. How you doing, Grandmaster Flo?
Hi. So I'm picking him up right now. Um, but yeah, everything's good. I'm tired, really exhausted. Sorry that this is kind of like jumbled right now.
I feel you, man. Just try to get stuff set up.
So Alukard is ready. He's just gonna be. So we're gonna get technically two guests at. We're gonna not have only Alukard, but we're also gonna have Faulty Thing.
Oh, a double
Joining us.
special.
They're playing. I just face really quick, so if it gets really large, I'm really sorry.
Hey, well, currently you can't see any cameras. We're just getting things set up here.
All right.
But this is promising to be an incredible episode. Let me go ahead. Twitter. So how has your weekend been so far, FloKey? I heard you've been messing around with a new team here on Dragon Ball.
Faulty for a little bit. I have been messing with Blue Cooks.
Hello, hello. Hello?
I can't join video actually. Wait, hello?
Hello? Alucard?
Can you hear me?
I can hear. I gotta boost you a little bit. All right, say something now.
Yo.
Yo! All right, there we go.
Alright, cool. What's up?
What is
Hello.
up, my man?
How you doing?
Doing good. Just in the process of getting things set up right here, and then we will be all good to go.
Yeah, no problem. I'm actually gonna end my stream and then host you guys, and then I'll just restream when after the 30-40 minutes with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely,
Alright, cool.
no problem.
All right, stream. I'm gonna go ahead and host the podcast, and then I'll be back in a few. But you guys can go watch, and then I'm gonna be playing with Faulty after.
All right, word. What's up, Alukard? Sorry about all that. Literally, like, I'm on mobile tonight, so I'm not on my laptop, which kind of sucks. So
What's your stream?
It is twitch.tv/JDiesel. I just tagged you in a tweet.
DIESEL.
Yes.
All right, cool.
It'll be like a picture of Trunks. All right. What is up, Frieza Force? How are you guys doing today?
Woo!
Woo! Here we go. Now,
managed for this to work. That OD.
absolutely. Now,
God.
obviously, we'd like to do some introductions here. So, for those of you that don't know who you are, Alucard, why don't you introduce yourself to our lovely guests?
Well, my name is Brian Garcia. I'm actually a pretty old school player in a lot of games. I started out in Halo, transitioned to Smash, and I got pretty big in Smash. I actually hosted the tournament that brought that game back to life, Revival Melee. I hosted that tournament series.
Really?
I also hosted the local series for New York, the No John series. So No John's is all me, and that brought back the scene in New York because it kind of like died. for a bit. We lost our venue in downtown Manhattan. That was the only venue we had.
Yeah.
So I started hosting locals right outside of New York, like right in New Jersey. It's like a 10-15 minute bus ride. And then from there, I found out about FGC because I know Bum, and I've known him from Smash, and he started to play FGC games, and then I started meeting, FGC people, and then I started playing Marvel, and then now I'm playing DBZ.
I mean, that is quite a string of games. The way that you kind of transition through Smash to Marvel to DBZ. Obviously, you were really well known in Marvel. That
Yeah.
was so. How do you feel about Marvel versus DBZ in terms of how the games are developed? How do you feel about the games? Do you feel like DBZ was just, you know, a replacement for Marvel, or how do you feel about that?
Honestly, it's not a replacement for Marvel, but it's like its own thing. They did take a lot of all the good things about DBZ are from Marvel.
Yeah,
So it's
Right.
like 3v3 characters, having DHCs, um, like a lot of the simple good things from Marvel are in this game. But all the advanced things that made Marvel beautiful are not in the game, which make me sad.
what would you like to see ported over from Marvel to this game that's currently lacking?
Wow, there's a lot. Like, I wish you could actually DHC in this game, like to keep your character safe. And I wish it wasn't raw tag. I wish raw tag was like Marvel, where you just come in, taunt, and get destroyed.
Yeah, no facts.
Raw tag in this game
That
is
would be
stupid. I think it's very, very dumb. Like, it should be like Marvel. Like Marvel, the character comes in with a hitbox, but it's not like blinding speed and then full combo you. He'll just soft knockdown you, or yeah, it's a soft knockdown. So it's like you can tech out of it and whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, to be honest. That's my biggest gripe with this game is
Raw
with
tag?
DBZ is raw tag. Yeah, it's a little too fast, and you get too much off of it, and then even if you block it, um, you can't do much. More specifically in the corner, because both you guys play or commentate, right?
Yes.
So like you see raw tag in the corner, you don't have time to see the character come out. He's already just like headbutting you.
Yeah, well, it also can be really scuffed when the other person raw tags, but instead of coming from the corner, they actually come from the opposite side of the screen.
Oh yeah, because they jumped over you.
Yes, and it's
Yeah.
like, how was I ever supposed to like do anything about that when my character's still facing the wrong direction? It's
Yeah,
like I don't know. That's one of those things that really does need to be addressed, and some of the power really should be taken out of raw tag. I mean, the fact that such a what seems like an unsafe option is used so much at high level really
Yeah.
kind of shows that it needs to be reined in.
Yeah, it's weird though, cause like how do you balance it? Cause in Marvel, the way you get your characters out of Marvel is that you spend you spend resources to like find a way, and you can't just raw do it. Only some characters can in Marvel, and those are the strengths of those characters. Like Doctor Doom used to be able to just do like sphere flame or finger lasers, and depending on the matchup, the opponent couldn't punish it. But like if Doom is full screen and he did like finger laser super versus a Magneto would just shockwave and punish him. But if you have a character like Dante, then the punishment won't be too hard because you'll do double trigger and you just block. So there was like a lot of like smarts. You had to know matchups about how to like, oh, he wants to get out. How can I punish him because he's gonna do super? Ooh, what's his next character? His next character is gonna be blank. So it's like you had to like really, really be on top of your matchups and on top of your stuff for that. So that's one of the beautiful things about Marvel. But in this game, it's just hold that raw tag.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Like, I think because I also came from Marvel as well. I think having that background, like having that awareness of like how raw tag works and like how like movement, especially like because back in Marvel you had things like tri dash and flight mode for certain characters. The only character that in this game that has that is Zamasu. So like a lot of things are very different. There's no if this game had a tri dash, this would be like I would be nervous.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I don't think it. Go ahead.
Yeah, imagine Zamasu, because we all thought this man was gonna have a tri-dash. The entire time, I was like, this guy's gonna have a tri-dash. But he didn't have a tri-dash. So definitely, like having that Marvel background has definitely like you kind of see a handful of players like kind of standing out from that Marvel era, especially at HOC. Transitioning over players like yourself, players like Random Fiend, Ray Ray's still playing the game from time to time, but like also other scenes. So I think like Dragon Ball has that Marvel influence, but also like has those different games like kind of planted in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's talk about the Frieza, man. Let's talk about the Frieza Force. Let's talk about the whole thing about this character. So compare from season 1 to season 2. How you feeling about the Lord?
He had three big changes. They changed him three times. So this is why I've been having a lot of issues with teams and like how I want to play the game because they kind of shift him from what he originally was. He was an anchor in my opinion, season one, and he was like ridiculous. But
Right.
it took me time to get there. So it's like it's hard. Like the character isn't easy. So it was I saw the end result of the character, which is pretty much where I'm at now, where I can like play the character and like do pretty decent with him. It used to be just like that. Except that I needed to get to this point as a player as well. Um,
Right.
before season one, he had I don't know if anybody knows this, but his rocks, like his 5H, in Spark, he used to be able to just do rocks on your block. You can't vanish, you can't do anything because they're not projectiles like key blasts. They're actually like beams. So they lock you down. And he used to be able to empty vanish into a high low, like for free. Well,
Mm.
not
Wow.
for free, for that 1 meter. So you should just be able to just like, oh, if I hit you with light and you blocked it, that's it. I'm gonna get a mix up for free.
Okay.
Because I'm building meter on that as well, and then like it was nuts. And
Yeah.
he also had I had pretty swag like corner TODs and like sparking combos, sparking routes. Also with golden, I had a lot of different golden routes that they were like way better. Way like the golden was way more useful.
Yeah.
Then then they nerfed it in season like not exactly season two, but like you remember
Yeah.
the big
1.5.
change? Yeah,
Yep.
We call it 1.5.
yeah, 1.5, I guess we can call that. Yeah, they nerfed
Yeah.
the meter game from Golden Frieza. They actually made him pretty poop. I was kind of upset about that, and
I watched that. I watched that live. That was
yeah,
I
so it's
watched
like
actually
damn, they
live.
killed Golden Frieza, but I'm like, all right, it's whatever, it's whatever. I still have
They
this.
literally wanted to punch Golden Frieza.
Yeah, yeah. So I was really sad, but like at the end of the day, I was still like, all right, it's fine. They still kept all the stuff that I think is cheap about them. And then they were like, oh, we're gonna do a huge balance patch and blah blah blah. And then they go ahead and they nerf him like 5 different ways, and I'm like, bruh, really?
So Frieza got hit badly in the last set of patch, the big season 2.
Yes. They took away rocks. They took away sparking. He used to be able to do the rocks vanish or the free mix. It was kind of like Virgil swords, pretty much. The rocks stay, but now if I do rocks and vanish, the rocks just instantly disappear no matter where they are on the screen. Even if they're on your block, they disappear.
Interesting.
Yeah, and also Death Slash, the big like Seismo, that used to be a true block string into vanish,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not now. You can just reflect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I know
and
they
and his jump
also
end got nerfed as well.
yeah. Because I know they buffed saucers at some point.
Yeah,
Like
they buffed sausage just now. No, they buffed them in 1.5, and then they buffed them to like do hard knockdown in 1.5, and then now they buffed the frame advantage on them.
That's yeah, I did notice that they had changed it. So I gotta ask, what pulled you to Frieza? Did you just really like this character? Do you see something other people don't? But like, because this is when I think of Frieza, you're the person I think of, right? You're the player who I'm like, okay, that is the Frieza
I
player.
appreciate that.
So like, but
Um,
what drew you to him?
honestly, he was the only character that had like combos that was outside of like ABC that I could see. Because everybody kind of does the same thing, like 2M, 5M, jump
Yeah.
jab, yeah, yeah, yeah. And him, it was like, yo, he could kind of do this. Oh, and incoming, he can do this. he also has 3 like I-beam lasers, different arcs, so you can stop people from jumping. So I thought, like, oh, potentially in theory, this looks like really, really good if you get good at the character. Um, I don't know how I feel about that anymore, but I do think he's definitely a lot better than a lot of people give him credit for. So I want to say he's mid if I were to give him.
Okay, so you would kind of you see him as a mid tier, but he does have tools that you're seeing that differentiate himself from the rest of the mid tier pack.
Yeah, yeah, and his assist is really, really
His
good.
assist, that round start assist is
they also nerfed
insane.
his assist in this patch. I forgot to say that too.
Did
They
they?
nerfed the blocks. They nerfed the blocks then. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is why everybody's like, oh, like, why? I don't know why he can't wait for Janemba. His Frieza's so good. It's like, yeah, they nerfed him more than to me. Like, the Kill Sage thinks that he's overall buffed, but in my opinion, I think he's nerfed.
Really?
Like,
Why does Sage think he got net better? Like the system mechanic
like,
changes?
He thinks the rocks was a change that should have happened because it was broken, and I'm like, okay, so if it was broken, because I think it was, I also think it was broken, but that still that still falls under a nerf. Like, if I was broken, even if the player feels like it should be changed, or the company feels like it should be changed, it's still ultimately a nerf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that is a net negative for the character, right? You had a really strong tool. It's gone now. Yeah, like that's.
And my jump M got nerfed, and my 2H got nerfed.
Oh my god, they're just
got nerfed like six times actually. Holy crap!
Did I guess Bandai Namco just caught on, right? Arxis was like no, Frieza's overpowered. We can't let Alukard just dominate season 2. We gotta stop him now.
I don't even know what would have happened. I can't even say that. I just wish I had all my tools still. Damn, if he would have just got straight buffed, I would have got a freaking happy Frieza for like a whole year. Then nerf me and I'm okay because Janemba probably come out by then. Oof. Damn. The what ifs.
You know what? I mean, there are the what ifs. Hopefully Janemba is good. I mean, he's got to be I'm expecting like a hybrid of like Trunks with teleports. Like that's kind of what I'm expecting out of him. We'll see how he ends up playing.
I hope he's good. I want him to replace Frieza for me.
Now, I guess the other question is, you've gone through a lot of different shells for Frieza.
Yeah.
How are you feeling at this point in season 2? What is the shell that you think is going to carry you at least until you get to Janemba, and then maybe you relook at your characters?
Well, I've been. It's funny you say that because I was just talking to my stream about that because somebody joined and was like, "Oh, you changed your team again," and I'm like, I can play what I want at home. I'm testing stuff.
Yeah.
I actually don't really change it too much. I haven't been changing it in a long time. I've been primarily playing Frieza Beam. So I've been playing Frieza SSJ.
Yep.
And I think that's a pretty good balance.
No, any consideration to GT Goku? Because I did see you trying it for a while.
That's what I like. As soon as he came out and I saw his potential and I saw his assist, it's like ideally the best Frieza team assist wise is GT Goku SSJ, but GT Goku doesn't fit me as playstyle. I never played that type of playstyle, which is kind of like this whole snap loop, Go Tanks kind of playstyle, because that's what I think GT Goku is.
You think that's where he shines best, is kind of in the snap style?
Like now that Nakio had his surgery and he's gonna be healed up and going to locals, you're gonna see he's literally just gonna snap everybody all day long. It's gonna be just like Go Tanks. It's actually worse.
Oh my god.
Yeah, GT Goku can snap you. Let's say if I open you up with SSJ Goku assist with GT Goku on point, and I get the combo and then I snap, he can actually block string you again, the incoming character, long enough to get the SSJ assist back.
Oh, so we're gonna be going through.
Worse than Go Tanks.
We're gonna be rounds and rounds of this.
You used to have to spend the meter with the EX Beyblade to do that.
How you feeling about all this, Flo?
Yeah, it's gross. I'm telling you, I've been playing NAC and it's gross. Like,
I think it's kind of crazy. GT's kind of in that weird position where I feel like he's really strong, but like I think if Bandai's smart, which I hope they're smart, hopefully, they might see this, and if they kind of see, it might be like a Bardock case that we had this past year, leading up into Evo. We might have an Evo patch specifically to kind of address Pico or something like that, just so they can kind of like balance out GTE. Because like for example, with CEO coming up, like if literally top 16 or top 32 is nothing but GTs, that's a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the because what I think is gonna happen is gonna be a lot of Goichi teams as CEO.
I think it's the best team in the game, like right now. I mean, whether or not you think those three characters are the three best characters in the game, which I don't think they are. I don't think Super Saiyan Goku is top 3. But I think that particular team is insanely strong. There's
but the other two are top 3. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, oh, go ahead. Sorry. Take it.
No, go ahead. You can finish your thought.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, because the thing that makes that team so scary, every character can play every role. There's no combination of two characters you're sad about being left with. And on top of that, every character has mix. Super Saiyan Goku supposedly has no mix, but I've given up. I think it's true in like a textbook sense. But in a practical sense, I see plenty of people get opened up by SSJ. It just happens, right?
Yeah, it's the big buttons. He has the big gorilla buttons. So it's like
2M of the gods.
Yeah, 2M. Yeah, he's.
I still reference that to Kill Sage video that you posted. Anytime someone says like SSJ Goku doesn't have mix, or like you just 2M and you kill people.
Yeah.
The best thing.
It's true.
2M and you explode. It's really.
I personally think Nakio's team is the best team in the game. It's literally Gotenks, but better.
That's true.
It's literally the same team, but way better now.
Yeah.
That's how I feel, but people don't know yet. But
interesting. I'm really excited to see this.
You guys are gonna see.
Yeah. I think too. Nokami also had a good point with one of his picks for teams. He said Bardock GT, which makes sense as well.
Bardock GT, who you broke up?
Sorry, Bardock GT Yamcha.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that team's super strong as well. For obvious reasons.
That's pretty much the same thing. The thing is, I think the best shell in the game is GT Yamcha. I think the best mid character in the game is GT, and I think the best assist and anchor in the game is Yamcha. And it's like undeniable. It's like not even close, comparable, anything. Yamcha gets solo mix.
He's great at dumping bar.
Game.
Yeah.
He's good at dumping meter. And same thing with SSJ. GT Goku. He could dump the meter with Spirit Bomb into level 1. So it's like, it's kind of crazy.
Do you think that the Spirit Bomb Oki should stay how it is?
I'm not sure.
Because I've been asking people this. Some people say it's broken. It needs to be patched out. Other people say get good and learn how to block. But I'm like, I don't know. So I wanted to ask you what you thought.
I think he shouldn't be able to super after it.
Okay.
Like if you. Because the thing is, like, right now, it's like, oh, he has too much health. I can't kill him. So I'll mix him with a ridiculous mix. It's like, oh, he's about to die. I guess I'll do a bunch of supers and kill you. So it's like, he can do whatever. Like, either one. He should be able to do either the mix or not be able to super and get the penalty just like every other character does.
So the problem right now with it is, from your perspective, too many options. He gets to do too much with it.
He can go either way with it. So it's like if he does it early, he'll just be like, oh, all right, I'm just gonna mix or bait your spark with it. And then if you're about to die, he can just do the throw into the command grab into the super.
Yeah.
And also DHC, and then all just is still scaled.
It's really strong. Actually, so I wanted to talk a little bit about Combo Breaker. Obviously, that was your big tournament recently. I want to ask you, how was your Combo Breaker run? How did you feel about it personally going through that? Because I know this was like the first major event for DBZ that you're like, I want to get out there. I want to put my name. How did you feel about your performance at Combo Breaker? And how was your run itself from your perspective?
Combo Breaker was a journey. First of all, it took me 42 hours to get there.
Oh my God. I heard you
Yeah.
missed your 42 is what it ended up taking.
Yep. It was on a Thursday morning. I was supposed to fly out at 8 a.m. and they delayed my flight, and then they canceled it. And then they told me that tomorrow I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow because they have no more flights for the entire day of Thursday.
Oh my God.
And I was like, bruh. So then I come back Thursday morning, and then I stay there that entire time until I got to Combo Breaker Saturday at 7 p.m.
That's insane. And you were like,
Yep.
you basically got there, just went to your pools, right?
I got there. So what happened was when I got there Friday, and they were telling me that I was gonna be on the next flight, which was at 10 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
I hit up Rick, and I was like, I think they're gonna be putting me on standby. So if you can change my pools today, since I have pools tomorrow, and just move me to like a Sunday pool, that'd be great. I'm not seated, like I don't have any previous tournament for DBZ in terms
Right.
of like majors. So I'm gonna be seated exactly the same way. Which I wasn't seated, by the way. My two pool leaders were Kami99, who won Get on My Level,
Yep.
and Cloud 805 was my original pool. So I'm not seated as a player. But then so he was like, yeah, just keep me updated or whatever. By the way, the staff at Combo Breaker is actually the best staff I've ever like dealt with.
That's
They're
that's
amazing.
always really nice to hear.
Like during the tournament, I'm telling you, I was DMing him. I DM'd him like, hey, a random DM. He immediately answered in like 10, 15 minutes. I was like, hey, what's up?
Wow.
I was like, bruh, that's so crazy. I didn't like at him and then wait for him to like open the DMs. Nope. I just immediately DM'd him and then was like, well, I might as well DM him now since it's Friday. And he got back to me in 15 minutes. So shout out to him.
That's actually, especially for an event that large, for your TOs to be like that on the ball, like that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I hit him up Friday, and he was just telling me okay, and then they just kept putting me in standby and standby and standby and standby. I ended up having to go from JFK. I had to pay for a shuttle to go to LaGuardia Airport here in New York, the other airport, and then I had to be on standby there for another like 7 hours.
Did they get you? I feel like you deserved money back for this flight.
I wish
they did. I would be like, no, you're giving me my money back. This is absurd.
I fought for it. They just denied it.
Wow.
Like, no. It's actually great. I'm just never flying American Airlines, and I'm just gonna always talk bad about that. Nope. Never,
I mean, they kind of deserve it after that.
Yep.
42 hours. That is actually absurd.
Disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Yeah, so I ended up getting over there, and it was like, when I was getting on the flight. By the way, Chicago to New York is like 2 hours, so it's like I had to wait all of that for a 2 hour.
So you waited like 40 hours to take your 2-hour flight.
Exactly.
That's so messed up.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get on the plane right now. It's 4:50, and he's like, okay, when are you getting here? I was like, 7. Like what? Like it's so gross. And then he's like, okay, well, you're gonna miss your pool, the original pool, so we're gonna try to move you to a Sunday pool, and we'll figure it out from there. We're waiting to see. And he also he was like, even though you're not seated, I know that people know you as a player, so I don't want to mess up any pools. So like, if whoever drops from a pool like doesn't show up or something, that's where we're gonna move you. And I was like, wow, that's as fair as they're gonna get. I guess I'll just enjoy your event, period, because you guys have been great. You know, he was like super cooperative with me, and he was understanding. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, if anything, it doesn't matter. I'll just volunteer and just run some pools for you. If anything, I don't mind. At least I'll get to play casuals. So he was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, great. So then Sunday morning, he texts me at like 10 a.m. and he's like, hey, you're in pool H4 or whatever it was. I think it was H4. And I was like, all right, great. And I just went to the venue and I played my pool. I didn't even know who was in it.
See, and that's kind of nice though, right? Because there's no pressure. You have no idea who's even in your pool. You're just like, I gotta go win.
Mean, but that's how I always look at it. Fun fact, I actually only drowned in pools once in the whole 7 years I've been playing in the FGC.
Really? For majors, you've only drowned
I've made it out of
once?
pools every single time I went to a major. And the only time I didn't make it out of pools was for a CEO when I was the manager for Control Gaming.
That's an
Yeah, I'm
impressive
pretty
stat.
consistent
I'm
in
not gonna
pools.
lie. That's actually stunning. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've only drawn them pools one time, and it was the worst time too. That was when I was like, I didn't want to lose to this person.
Oh no! So that was the one you really didn't
The
want
one I
to lose.
really didn't want to. Yeah, that's life, right? But,
Yeah, it happens. But
um,
you played your pools. Was pools largely uneventful?
no, I had to play Super Noon in my pool, and I actually recorded that on my phone. I had somebody from the Frieza Force was at the event, and then they recorded the match for me on my phone
Yo, Frieza
with the Super
Force,
Force.
turn up. Let's go,
Yeah, I
guys.
know. They definitely be out there. So yeah, he recorded the set for me. Uh yeah, Super Noon really didn't know what to do, to be
Against
honest.
Frieza.
Yeah,
Matchup familiarity is a hell of a drug.
yeah. That's why he was kind of upset on Twitter. I mean, I
Oh.
can't blame him because that happens and then it's like it sucks. But
Yeah, as a
you know what I mean?
I'm obviously not the same level, but as a Ginyu player, I kind of get that because there are just some players who they're definitely I think maybe stronger players than me. But matchup unfamiliarity can just completely
Yeah,
wipe that away.
yeah,
If you're like, I just don't know what to do about this character,
yeah.
right? Like that's just kind of tough.
Yeah, and especially in this game, like things like that really didn't matter towards like Marvel 3 after they switched to Marvel 3 to best of 5 because you would have that one game to be like, "Oh, okay. I see this, I see
Okay,
that."
I just got mixed by this cheese, right?
Yeah.
You're in your head. You're like, I got cheesed by this.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna let that happen again.
Yeah. I mean, even though Marvel 3 was one hit kills pretty much, it was still it was still 3 out of 5, so you have more time to download.
Right. There's more
But yeah,
adaptation.
I had him in my pool and I had Cool Kid. I think those are the two seeds. And I beat them both. And then I won, which was weird because all three of us were on the same side of the pool, by the way, as well.
Wait, who
So
was
they were
on the
the
other
two.
side of the pool?
I don't remember the name. Though. That was the person I fought in Grands. They weren't bad either. It was a Gohan player. Oh, the Gohan player. Um, but yeah, I won my pool, and I just popped off. I was so hyped. I just yelled. I was just yelling, yes, yes. I was so happy because a lot of people like watch my stream and like to be honest, I'm more of a content creator, streamer than I am a player because I didn't go to events.
Yeah.
So everybody would like people that would lose to me are like either even a local or something or even online, and I talk some crap when I'm playing online. I got to make the stream entertaining. It's really nothing personal.
Right. You're playing it up for the stream.
For the stream, yeah, I gotta be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Get
Yeah.
fucked. You know what I mean? I gotta say stuff. So they feel some type of way. They come into the chat and they're like, oh, you're never gonna place at a tournament. You're gonna drown in pools, blah blah blah. That's why you don't go to majors. And so like now I finally got to go, and then I won my first my first pool. So it felt really really good.
I got my eye on you, Alukard. I see you.
Word
Every
word.
time I'm online, I'm like, this man is probably streaming. And I'm like, bro, I every time I play you, I'm like, I remember one time you texted me about something crazy, and I was like, I don't even know how to figure out this mix. I just did.
Oh yeah, you were doing some mix with Piccolo and the
Yeah, go on,
board.
bro. Yeah.
But I didn't know. Yeah, you were dragging me out and then crossing me up with Gohan's back fist. I was like, wait,
Yeah,
what is
and then
going
I
on
had to
there?
sit there and explain it. I was like, oh, so this is how it works now.
Yeah,
I didn't. No,
yeah,
but
that was.
I definitely agree. Because I've been in your chat a lot. You are very like welcoming and like I really love the vibe of your stream. Like
I appreciate it.
No, 120%. Big ups to Cy Evermore because he does a lot of the artwork you see on my stream, on Alcard's stream, a bunch of others.
That is the homie.
Dude, he is the god.
Yeah, I've known him for mad long, too.
Yeah. He calls me a dork every time I dodge him in Dragon Ball. Like I'm sorry. But so with CEO and the World Tour being announced, how do you guys? So we talked a little bit about GT Goku, and Goichi, is there any other players that you guys are feeling that are gonna like be standouts at this event? Kind of just like based off of who is already going, or do you guys think like top eight is gonna be Japan?
I
Is
think
Kazuko come back?
the Sonic House is gonna be something else for CEO.
Sonic House.
Yeah, we're gonna do some serious training like in a week or two, and it's about to go down. Like Sonic is actually upset that he got beat up
I
at Combo
yeah,
Breaker.
I was.
That was just him. Just like he was just like he didn't care. Like,
No,
to be honest, you can tell in his gameplay he was challenging every
it
time.
showed.
He was just over it. He was just like, yeah, I'm playing Mortal Kombat right now. So like, and then he got back. He's like, yo, I'm gonna be godlike. Like he wants to play again. So I think Sonic is gonna come back strong.
Oh, so we're gonna see a powered up Sonic this time, because
Yeah,
because
no.
the thing for me,
I think Nakio's gonna be a problem.
Nakio,
And
okay.
and Sage as well, because Sage is gonna be grinding hard now too. So it is that house in general is really gonna bring it,
Yeah.
like, to be super real.
I think too. People that also play at the house, Childish Vegito, he's already confirmed to go. To be heading out there. Really wants.
But Childish falls under the same thing as me. Like right now, we're not comfortable with the game,
Right.
like teams. So I can't really give it to us. Like
Yeah, so it's weird, right? But like it's like you guys, I kind of like grew like myself too. Like we would be like those players that you'd see in those like the top 32s and stuff like that, and potentially making upsets like you did at Combo Breaker, beating Super Noon, making out of pools and winners, things of that nature. Now, obviously, kind of had a feeling Lord Frieza was going to be in winners because we predicted it on this show.
We did do combo breaker predictions, and you were predicted to make it out.
that's godlike. Yeah, I ended up playing that Kami dude in losers after I lost to Sage, and the whole Canada was just heckling me, and then I beat him pretty convincingly one game, and I just popped off and looked at all of them, and I was like, "What's up, Canada?"
What's
I was by myself.
That is the one thing you don't do.
Yeah,
this man's his own squad. He's his own Frieza force. Look, he's out.
I didn't have none of my homies. I didn't have Ray. I didn't have Unknown, Flux. Nobody was there. I was like, damn, yo.
It's like,
By myself, I gotta say something.
No, but yeah, I think CEO, Jay, who else do you think?
I'm calling it right now. If anyone is sleeping on, everyone better be preparing for Florida at CEO. I know they haven't gotten much attention on the wider stage, but I think like ASAP Ricky could make a deep run. I think he's a player who I definitely could see.
Mulatto too.
Yeah, like there's, and then other players in that region. I think Doza's going. I'm not 100% sure. If Doza goes, I think he can make a run. I don't expect to see him like top 8, but I think if you're bumping around like, round of 32, round of 16, I think it's very realistic that you could see him there.
He's really good.
Yeah, I mean, he's very strong player.
He's a good player, yeah.
So those are
Soap
underrated.
Is a good Florida player as well. He's from South Florida.
Yeah, so Florida's got legs. Besides that, I don't think there's anyone else who I would be like, okay, I think this person could really go super deep. Who isn't like on the radar, right? Because like obviously people like Double L, like those are known entities in terms of like this person could make top 32, this person could make top 16 with like the right matchups, right brackets, they could make top 8, right? All of that's possible. Now I will say. Now, this is my personal, so Alukard. So I have like a 1 to 10 scale, right? This is like where I rate players.
Okay.
Previously, there used to be 3 people tied for the number 10 spot, right? For like the highest rank. That used to be Sonic, Kazunoko, and Goichi. They used to all share the number 10 spot. There's currently only one person in the number 10 spot right now, which for me is Goichi. I think Goichi is currently I don't think anyone would dispute he's the solo best player in the world. I think at Combo Breaker, personally, I think he played a level above everyone else at that tournament. Like,
yes, he did. I do think Cook was clawing at it though.
Hook's a 9.
No,
Hook's a
showed
9. He's at
signs
the
of
door.
clawing. He is an animal. He adapts pretty damn good.
All
I
right.
respect.
Have you ever seen Kuroko no Basket?
No, but I've heard.
Okay.
I've heard about it because of the summit.
All right, bless. So basically, there's this thing like, it's called the zone, right? And it's like there's like a door to open up to like this zone. Goichi's the only one who's managed to open the doors this season. Hook's there. He's at the doors. He's pushing, but he can't get them open. Not yet. But I think I do agree. I think Hook was close. Someone's gotta put fear into Goichi though. That's the only way to beat him. That man has no fear when he plays, and it's kind of absurd to watch. Like he honestly, from the way he plays, it conveys to me he does not think anyone else's offense is on the level of his defense. The way he holds stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was kind of curious. Who do you have as like your top 5 for this for season 2 right now in terms of players? To kind of put you on the spot. Who do you think are like the 5 best in the world right now?
Okay, so Goichi's number 1, and it you can't deny that Hook is second.
I agree. I would put Hook second currently.
Yeah, because of placings, but I can't. I see Sonic I think an angry Sonic is the best.
You know what?
That's just how I feel. I know, and I'm scared to see that shatter that CEO, but I just believe in my boy Sonic. Yo, I definitely believe in that playing with his heart because he's super aggressive. And he definitely plays all reads. So yeah. So but judging off placings, it has to be Goichi, Hook, and third best. It might be Kazunoko, but he hasn't played, so I don't know. I would say Kazunoko. Then placing wise, I think I'd give it to Chris G.
I was gonna say Chris G has been having a monstrous season 2.
Yeah, he's been. I mean, he's been winning a lot of thing. Yeah, he's been winning a lot. Of stuff. If not winning, also upsetting people, placing really well, doing really good in sets. He beat his demon and stuff. Like I don't know. He's pretty damn good. I mean, he's always been good at fighting games. That's Chris.
Yeah, I mean I think he finally figured out how to adapt his playstyle to DBZ.
Not for real.
I think that was one of the big things. Like, I think Chris was like trying to play the way he played Marvel, like 1-to-1 almost, when he came over to DBZ. I think he's finally settled into one. I think he has a team he believes in.
Yeah, that's a huge
right,
thing,
because I don't think he ever had that up until now. He's always been like, I like my team, but they're not quite there, or they don't quite do what I want. He looks comfortable when he plays this team.
He looks comfortable for sure. See, I feel like top 5 right now. I'm crazy for this one, and I think top 5 currently. I think Goichi's no doubt. I think just because I'm not basing. I mean, Combo Breaker was really big, but I think Hook would be second, and I think it's Hook, Tachikawa. I think it's tied for third. It's Tachikawa and Sonic. 4th would be Chris, and then 5th, I'm doing a hot take and I'm saying Shanks. I'm having Europe in there.
Wow.
Shanks is good.
I'm putting Europe in there.
Shanks is good. I was torn with my 5th. I couldn't decide, but he's definitely one person I would nominate for 5th. I actually think No Kami might be up there as well.
Yeah.
A lot of people really don't understand how ridiculous that Kami is ridiculous.
Kami
is just so bad at majors. I have no idea. If he gets over that, it's fucking over.
Is it just a mental game, or what is it?
I have no idea what it is. I don't. He gets in his own head maybe, or he plays with too much respect. But when he plays even casuals, he treats everyone like dirt, and he sits there for 5 hours.
Yo, for real.
I'm telling you, at Combo Breaker, on Sunday after we got eliminated and everything, we went back to the venue
Yeah.
and we got there at like noon. He sat down. I played him. I lost. Other people got next. I played him in like four full rotations with like 6 people. And I was like, all right, I don't want to wait no more. You're just beating me. Like you're just better than me right now. And
Wow.
and then I just got up. I was like, all right, get shit. I'm gonna go get some catch with some other people. Maybe not have to, get up and wait for 7, rotation of 7. But it was like I played him 4 times, and that was like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Because that's DBZ with a long rotation.
Yeah.
But he sat there for like 4 to 5 hours and didn't lose a set.
That's
That's
Wow.
actually insane.
That's also that's like that like mental endurance too, because DBFZ is a draining game. From a lot of the players I've talked to, after like a couple hours, even if you're like a good player, you start feeling it a little bit.
For sure.
With this game in
Sure.
particular, it's like really draining. Do you have your own thoughts on why that is?
It's because you have to look for really stupid things like Super Dash and Raw Tag.
Agreed.
So you're like
in
you
other
always
games,
have
you
to
don't-
be
you
on
don't-
guard.
Yeah, you have to be on guard for the wrong reasons. Is what's gross.
Yeah. I think,
You're on guard for Super Dash and Raw Tag, not really for like, oh, this character can do this option. No, it's just every character can do this really really derpy fast thing
yeah.
and convert off of it.
Yeah.
and you might lose.
If,
Like,
if
it's
they're
so crazy.
if they're above you and less than a quarter stage away, you always have to keep that in mind, right?
Yeah,
Because you could you could do a dash to try to get out of the corner, and then you get crossed up by super dash, right? And so it's very very frustrating.
even guard cancel is insane because it's like raw tag on hit. On block, it's bad like it is in Marvel. But on hit, it's still like a ridiculous thing. So if you get hit by the guard cancel,
At least they made it so it can't kill. You can't kill off a guard cancel combo, which is
Yeah.
good. I'm really glad they did that, because if you could kill off of that, that would be broken. That would actually be.
Yeah, Cisco already I'm gonna be
I
real.
think raw tag should be like that too.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, make it so that would be an interesting change. So make it so you just can't
Give
kill.
us something.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand because like you can't DHC your characters because like Marvel, like in Marvel, you swap your characters with supers. You can't do it in this game because people just reflect you and punish you.
Yeah.
So they needed something to get characters in and out. But it's still rough.
Yeah. I think too with the kind of the Marvel thing, I think we don't have push block, like a proper push block. To have like kind of like preventing like
Okay.
people from just being in front of your face and like having those block strings kind of together. So you kind of like
Better than.
if you have that like mental fortitude in you, like Nokami has from like better again going back to that example.
Yeah.
He's very good at like being really patient and like things like that. He's actually been on his stream a lot. Minus all the aerobic things, I literally watched that for almost like 20 minutes. I don't know how I felt about that. But besides that, he's been really grinding, and I feel like now in this like season 2, especially with the World Tour, I feel like a lot of people are trying to stick down to teams. So I think CEO is gonna be a really good example of if they don't touch GT Goku for the rest of the year, you're gonna see nothing but GT teams just kind of like staying together. And then, so I don't know. I feel like
he's too much. Like he's to the point where if they do not change him, or like CEO, I'm gonna see how I feel about the game. If not, I'm going to play GT Yamcha as well.
Okay, so you're gonna swap to the shell if nothing changes.
It's that bad. He's
Yeah.
that bad. I 100% believe so.
He's very
little
frustrating to play against as well, especially because I feel like his Rekka goes further than it should. I mean, it catches too many. I don't know. He feels like he catches too many options that he has no business catching.
There's tech that people didn't lab yet, but let's say if you're SSJ Goku because he has a decent 6-frame jab.
Yeah.
So let's say if GT Goku vanished on you and you block the vanish, right? He's plus. If you backdash and GT Goku mashes jab, you can still stand jab and stuff his light with Goku.
Wait, with GT Goku can stuff?
No.
Okay,
So,
other way.
yeah, I know it's hard to follow. So GT Goku is vanishing on your block.
Okay,
And your
GT Goku's
SSJ,
vanishing on me. Got it.
yeah, and you block it with SSJ Goku. SSJ Goku backdashes, and GT Goku mashes jab, right, to catch the backdash, like Cell would,
Yeah.
or those characters. He actually can't connect with you. You can backdash completely and then jab him for doing light.
Really?
Yes. People just don't lab. They don't figure it out. It's not like Cell. He doesn't cover the same ground as fast. Yeah. They're like he moves really slow across the screen. It's not free. You can punch him in the face if you have a 6-frame jab.
I just learned something new today. That was, you know what? Alukard, you just improved my day by sharing that with me.
My mind blown. I'm like, that was so in the words to Kill Sage. That's so.
Yeah, you can punish him 100%.
That's actually OD. So I know we kind of are a limited time crunch because I know you and Faulty Thing are grinding over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any last minute questions, feel free to send them over. And again, we really want to thank you for not only rating our stream, kind of getting some more eyes on having the Frieza Force come and infiltrate with you. Can we be honest here? This was like this was the perfect storyline, right?
I mean,
episode 17, we had Frieza come. We had legit Frieza and the Frieza Force show up to the.
I mean, look, as a Ginyu main, I can definitely appreciate Frieza. All right, like let me be honest, right? I mean, I also like I've been very like because I've gotten to like obviously watch like a good amount of your stuff. Like I watch your stream, obvious like, and it was also funny when we were at oh my goodness, April Annihilation.
I wanted to go to that so bad.
I know. Well, it was me and Sharpie on the desk, and we were talking about Friezas, and it's like, all right, but you and I was like, you got to bring up. We gotta bring up, right? We gotta bring up Alukard.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and like because you're a really fun player to watch. The other thing that I've noticed that you do that a lot of other like characters don't really have the option to. You play one of the closest things to a real zoner in this game. And I'm not gonna lie, watching you just loop Destructo discs on people is really, really funny to watch. They like don't know what to do and they just panic.
Yeah, you gotta make them scared, cause you have to make them scared. Frieza is definitely a fun character. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun.
I mean, and that's important though, right? Because like, and I don't know. I try to tell people this is play a character that you enjoy, because if you play a character you just hate, it makes you not want to practice the game, right? Because you're like, oh my god, I have to practice this character. Now, granted, you might have to do a little bit of that if you're like, okay, this is my fun character, but I need to learn this other, like, meta boring character to make this character work. Then it's like, all right, you kind of got to eat that. Yeah. But otherwise, like, it's really important just to have that. But I don't know. It's definitely interesting. So so obviously, you're doing everything you can to try to make it out to CEO.
Yes, I definitely am. Usually, well, not usually, but the last big event, which was Combo Breaker, my stream held it down. One Frieza Force member in particular definitely be dropping some bills to get me out to Combo Breaker. Shout out to Puffball. He definitely came through. Yeah, he said you're going to CEO. He said the other day he came into the chat and that's all he said. He said you're going to CEO. And I'm like, bruh, I don't know if he's like trying to make it happen or whatever, but nothing is confirmed, but I believe in my stream.
And you know what? And part of that is like you've not only take that effort to like try to be an entertaining streamer, play things up, do whatever, but you've also just fostered a good community. And this is part of that. You've taken care of and you fostered a good community, and now that community is coming back for you.
That's a beautiful thing. To be super real, it's feels kind of unreal, because I actually, with this game, I was like, screw it. I like these characters. I know how to play Marvel games, so I'm just gonna play this game and actually become a streamer, because I actually wanted to become a streamer. I wanted to like uh spread knowledge of why people should be playing games, why they should stay off the streets, things like that.
Yeah.
So that was actually my original goal. But everybody keeps wanting me to go to tournaments, and I'm like, I kind of can't afford it. I'm not really in the position to do that. I work and then I work on the stream. So like, I don't know, all this things that just coming into fruition is kind of unreal.
No, I mean, and that's
I agree.
and that's amazing. And I mean, and honestly, you deserve it with the work you put in. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see you in the Frieza hat, that or when you do the layout where you're in Frieza's throne, like that shit kills me. Right? I see that and I'm like, this is amazing.
Yo, for the one time, can I get a hello monkeys for the stream clip? Let me get it.
Hello, monkeys.
Oh, we got it. We got the clip, boys. Little did you know, Alukard, this was all set up just to get that one clip on here. That was it.
Literally, like, he planned it out.
I appreciate it.
The lore was set up. The lore was set up where we were like, yo, we had to prep for Frieza. We were gonna prep. We were hoping to God we were gonna have you say hello monkeys as soon as you walked into the podcast. I would have been like, oh shit.
I was gonna say the lore for the announcement tweets was definitely that Frieza was landing. That's what it was. Frieza was landing on Namek.
This was like the most. I think this was the most fun I had like setting up an episode. Like honestly, the discussion we had about Marvel, from my perspective, like coming from Marvel and like hearing another opinion, like fellow Marvel, and like having like, because I've talked to people like Random Fiend before, BDK, and like we all kind of have the same ideas about it, but having a different perspective of like having like, so like DBZ is kind of its own beast now. It kind of like sheds more light, and I think having like more information on Frieza, because besides you, there's like Tachikawa. Wrath used to play in Arizona. Our first guest, he played Frieza. So there's a lot of like there's not a lot of Friezas out there. So for you to come on, kind of like shed the light on this character, having like one of the more interesting takes on the character, in my opinion, because a lot of people like Sage and a bunch of others said that he's gotten better. Some people say he's gotten worse, and like you kind of like just putting the two together and like having that, but like
yeah,
good.
It's
really
definitely pros
good.
and cons.
There is.
I still ultimately feel, which is, so like you would say Priest, right? Priest has the most tech out for Frieza, right?
Priest has so much tech.
Yeah, he's the homie. Like without him, I wouldn't be playing as or doing it, being as advanced as I am with Frieza to begin with. So shout outs to him. But like I think the character got worse, and he thinks the character got like just better. So that's just how that's how it is. That's how it's like definitely pros and cons.
Yeah. Well, it can also be. I think with multiple people who play the same character have different opinions on like whether or not it was a net buff or nerf. I think it comes down heavily to play style, because if there's certain tools that you personally love using, when they get taken away, you really notice. Whereas somebody else who, if they use a tool that you never really use and it gets buffed, they're like, oh, it's a net buff for the character because that's the tool that I use, right? So it can definitely kind of fluctuate like that. Now, weirdly enough, the other day I was doing the random combo challenges they put in the game, like there's like 10 challenges for each character or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Frieza has like a teleport.
Yeah.
Does that move actually? Because I saw that in the combo challenge. I was like, what the hell is this move? I've never seen anyone use this. Is it good?
Yeah, that's how you combo with disc for him.
Okay, so it's a combo tool.
No, but it's also a get out of jail tool. But it's really good. It actually is a great move. It's 4 frames.
Oh wow.
It's just like Vanish. So it has the same startup animation as Vanish. It's 4 frames. And he's completely invulnerable until he reappears. And then the thing is, he's very vulnerable when he reappears. You can super dash him. He throws like a key blast.
Yeah.
Angled down. Yeah. So you can do that on wake up if they're going for something that or you can see that's not meaty, and you want to vanish to get, like, you want to get out of the way, but you don't want to vanish. So you can do that. and you can get out.
That's really
it goes a
interesting.
set distance, and it also crosses up if you're close to them.
Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, this has been a fantastic podcast. Now, I know you've got amazing sets, and I know that you have definitely been on your grind. So we're going to head to the wrap up now. So what we like to do with all of our guests is give you 5 minutes. Anything you want to talk about, anyone you want to shout out, anything you want to shill.
Yo,
By all means, bring it. This is completely your time. Hit it, my man.
Talk your shit, Lord Frieza.
Just shout outs to you guys for letting me do this. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. And shout outs to the Frieza Force, obviously my stream. You guys are awesome. It's been a crazy ride. A lot of people actually be hitting me up about real life problems and advice, and it's like, bruh, I just try to give them just honest advice and just be a simple guy. You don't have to be all extra. Some people are just like, how do you stream? How do you get subs? It's like I wish I can tell you. Like, I just stream and be yourself and have a fun time, and things should work out for you. But shout outs to the Stream Monsters. Shout outs to Bum for hosting and holding it down here in New York. Shout outs to Priest for holding down the Frieza Tech. Shout outs to Sage for freaking being the sensei. That is definitely my teacher right now. Shout outs to Nakio for surviving.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go. That's crazy.
Said that, man.
That's so nuts, yo. He really he fought cancer, bro. That's crazy.
He hit a TOD on cancer, bro.
I'm about it. So shout outs to that. Shout outs to everybody that donated to Nakio too. That's such a great thing.
Yeah.
Just FCC in general, you guys have been great. And I think that's about it. Oh, Justin Wong, hopefully you can select me.
Oh!
I'm trying to go to Evo, man. I really definitely need you and your sponsors' help, so that'd be great. I'm working hard. At the very least, even if people can't perform sometimes, I will definitely shill for the sponsor. I definitely do what I gotta do.
Jay Wong, if you are listening, I know my name means nothing to you, but if you can select one person to send, I have not seen someone who I think has half as much fire as you have had recently, and I think Alukard would be a fantastic candidate to send.
I appreciate
So,
agree.
Jay Wong, make it happen. Come on now. This man would be S tier on any tier list, not just yours.
No,
I
I agree.
appreciate that.
I think too, like, again, going back to Jay Wong. I played Jay Wong in Street Fighter Cross Second random side note, so you might know me.
Oh my god. You always have to bring up Street Fighter Cross Tekken FloKey every time.
If there's anybody you should sponsor for real, one of the best personalities, not only in the FGC, but not only in New York, but FGC, but also for Freiza. We'll definitely have a good showing. But we do need to get out of here. Thank you guys really. Today was an interesting one. I know we had little technical difficulties at the front, but we really do appreciate you guys coming back every single week, holding it down for us. This has been always a blast to do. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you for having me.
after this, Alucard, you're going to start streaming again, right?
Maybe. I'm not sure. It's kind of late.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say I would host you, but
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I'll think about it. I still don't know if I want to host. I'm kind of hungry, so I might just, start
true.
making some food and then play a couple matches with Faulty.
Oh, all right. Make
Yeah,
it.
'cause I don't like to stream and then not be entertaining, and I don't know if I have enough energy.
You know what? I respect that. And you know what? That is the side of a content creator who cares about his audience. So, good shit, my man. But anyways, that is going to be this episode of Under the Radar. I have been your boy, JDiesel, as always.
I have been CT's own FloKey.
And I'm Alukard. Good night, guys.
And that's a wrap, folks.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You need to be stopped. Say goodbye. I'll erase you completely.